The courtroom was buzzing. Reporters whispered, flashbulbs burst, and the judge banged the gavel. Order in the court. We are here today for the case of Melania Trump versus Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett. Melania sat upright, expression frozen but eyes sharp. Across the aisle, Jasmine Crockett sat calm, flipping through notes. What began as a simple lawsuit for defamation had exploded into one of the most sensational political showdowns of the decade. Melania's lawyer stood, his tone stern. Ladies and gentlemen, my client, Mrs. Melania Trump, has endured years of baseless attacks and slander. Representative Crockett has crossed every line of decency, dragging her family's name through the mud. Today, we demand justice. Melania rose slowly, her voice soft but firm. I was a first lady. I carried myself with dignity. And yet, I have been painted as a shadow of who I truly am. This woman, she pointed at Jasmine, has spread lies to destroy me. Murmurs rippled through the crowd. Jasmine smirked slightly, as if she had been waiting for this moment. Jasmine stood with no lawyer by her side, only a folder of evidence. With all due respect, Your Honor, this lawsuit isn't about dignity, it's about silencing the truth. I didn't drag Mrs. Trump's name. Her own choices did. And I brought the receipts. She slammed the folder down. The reporters leaned in. The judge raised an eyebrow. Melania wants this courtroom to believe she's been victimized. But the real victims are the people who've been lied to, manipulated, and used as pawns. Today, that ends. The judge looked over his glasses. Representative Crockett, you mentioned a witness? Jasmine nodded. Yes, Your Honor. A witness who has first-hand knowledge of events Mrs. Trump would prefer to keep hidden. The door swung open, and a hush fell over the courtroom. A figure walked in, calm, composed, carrying a single sheet of paper. No one could have predicted what happened next. The narrator's voice echoed in the minds of those watching. The witness sat and spoke clearly. I was there. I saw the documents. I heard the conversations. And everything Representative Crockett has said is true. They held up the sheet of paper. 9 seconds of silence followed. The courtroom froze. The jury leaned forward. Melania's face drained of color. In just 9 seconds, a single piece of evidence shattered her carefully constructed image. Melania slammed her hand on the table and rose. This is lies. All lies. I will not be humiliated like this. Her lawyers scrambled to calm her, but she had lost control. She thinks she can destroy me with one paper? With one witness? This is a witch hunt. Jasmine rose again, unbothered. Your Honor, the truth doesn't need 15 witnesses or hours of speeches. Sometimes it takes just 9 seconds to break a lie. Mrs. Trump may call this a witch hunt, but I call it accountability. The courtroom erupted in murmurs, some in shock, some clapping in agreement. The judge's gavel struck. Given the evidence presented, this case is dismissed. Gasps filled the room. Reporters rushed outside, headlines already forming. And just like that, what was meant to be Melania Trump's victory turned into her public unraveling. Jasmine Crockett walked out of the courtroom, her head high, while Melania was left scrambling to salvage the remnants of her legacy. Cameras flashed as Jasmine passed the crowd, unshaken. The story spread across the world in minutes.